Happy Hump Day, Reject Nation. I'm Greg Alba.
I'm John Humphrey.
Knives out of the bag. Let's watch this new trailer, shall we?
I think you have something you want to tell me.
Harlan started out with a Rusty Smith Corona and built himself into one of the best-selling mystery writers of all time.
30 languages, over 80 million copies sold. You guys fans?
I mean, I don't do much fiction writing myself.
Big fan. I'm a big fan.
Who is that guy?
Mr. Blanc is a private investigator of great renown.
I read a tweet about a New Yorker article about you. You're famous.
It's modern day.
The night of his demise, the family had gathered to celebrate your father's 85th birthday. And your son, Ransom, did he attend as well?
Yes, but he left early. I think Linda was upset.
Walt would get a little Irish courage in him. He'd get into it with Harlan.
What? Richard said what?
Are you baiting me, detective?
Attempting to be thorough so we can figure out the manner of death.
You mean if someone killed him? You think one of us, one of his family, killed him?
Mr. Blanc, I just buried my father who committed suicide. Why are you here?
God, I love this music.
Yeah.
I suspect foul play. I have eliminated no suspects.
Harlan was cleaning house.
Everyone in the family has possible motives.
Was Harlan planning on cutting off Johnny?
Did he plan to fire Walter? Is Richard having an affair?
That's some heavy-duty conjecture.
Funny, Ransom, you skipped the funeral, but you're early for the will reading.
Up your ass.
Very nice of you.
I gotta do this more often. The family is truly desperate. When people get desperate, the knives come out. This is a twisted web. And we are not finished untangling it. Not yet.
Yeesh.
I keep waiting for the big reveal.
All of them lied to me. There is one guilty party behind it all.
There's a lot of knives in this trailer.
Oh, yeah.
You know something. Spill it.
Oh my God. Tell me what happened to my grandfather. I think you have something you want to tell me.
Cool.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
This looks like such a great whodunit. I love how it's modern day. From the first trailer, I couldn't tell if it was modern day or not. It looked like it was a period piece.
Well, yeah, it has that sort of timeless quality because it takes place in this old estate and everybody has their
Yes.
sort of high-class thing going on. So everything, yeah, is a little more fancy, a little older school.
And it's riffing on, you know, the old school whodunit kind of movies.
Oh, yeah.
I just assumed, like, oh, maybe it takes place like 30 years ago or something like that. I wonder how this will, this kind of tale would ultimately play out a little bit differently using some modern day stuff. I know she mentioned Twitter.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's also the phone recordings. It's like these kind of whodunit mysteries, you know, with cell phone technology, that does change a little bit of how the game would actually unfold. Surveillance tools of sorts. And, like, you don't really see much of that. It seems like it's still pretty grounded in the kind of whodunit movies that we've seen before. I'm loving the tone of it. It doesn't feel necessarily subtle at any way.
No.
Everyone's performance seems to be a little bit elevated, a little bit heightened, because all these, you know, very highly reputable actors are all on that same kind of page with the kind of tone that this movie is going for. It won't cross into cheesy or over-the-top acting when clearly that is the tone of the whole picture that we're watching. And so to see all the actors on the same page for that, it just seems like they're all going to be having such a really fun time doing this, you know?
Yeah. Well, this almost took me back to something like Brick, you know, because that's a movie that has a lot of kind of heightened characters, that borrows heavily from noir, that uses, modern day setting, but with a sort of older school mentality. And I like that it seems like he's coming back to sort of that sensibility, but in a totally other way with this. I feel like Rian Johnson is a pretty clever clever writer. I'm expecting at least a certain amount of twist and clever, fresh ideas coming into the genre itself. And yeah, like looking at the cast, like you said, everybody looks like they're having a good time, and everybody has, you know, like a bit of height and a bit of color to their character. Now I just gotta see it. That's all. I mean, the first trailer got us with, I feel like, the ensemble, and then this trailer brought in the suspense and the sort of ticking clock of it all.
Yeah, it just seems like everything's just going to keep escalating and keep escalating. I have no idea what the ultimate reveal is. And that's what I mean. There's some of this dialogue that seems like really on the nose, like talking to the audience in a way. I think it was either Jamie Lee Curtis or Toni Collette who mentioned like the big plot reveal or plot twist at the end, something like that, you know? And I feel like we're going to get a lot of that kind of dialogue, really kind of sort of tongue-in-cheek. It seems like to be a very self-aware kind of movie.
It may be at least deconstructive, though, for sure.
Yeah, especially of this kind of genre.
Yeah, which is a genre that you have to be clever to deconstruct, because you have to be clever enough to construct a clever mystery anyway. You know, so you have to be, it's a tall order. I feel like, you know, this trailer, this movie in general is putting out a confident message, even with the marketing of like a Rian Johnson whodunit. You got to really put your chips on the table with something like this, you know, because you can't half-ass it. You can't have a murder mystery that is lackluster, you know.
That's true. That's true. He's great at writing mysteries. Raised parents were nobodies.
I know. Wow. Unexpected. Unexpected. Oh, Ray.
But Brick and Looper are awesome.
Great.
Fly is a great episode.
The Brothers Bloom.
And I do love The Last Jedi. I think Chris Evans is absolutely going to be the scene stealer in this movie. I don't know if he's scene stealer. I think it's going to be the standout performance.
I love how he's got like one line in each of these trailers, but yeah, he is one of the most exciting.
Well, he seems to have the most specific kind of mannerisms and a little bit of gleeful body language.
He looks like he's having the most fun.
The awareness that it's Chris Evans, who is a pretty versatile actor, but of course everyone mainly associates his image now with Captain America, and then kind of breaking the mold here in a what looks to be hopefully a successful thriller. I'm not sure.
The reviews are good right now.
The reviews are great. The reviews are like 98% currently, because I think it premiered at TIFF and people are loving it. Weirdly, because it's about a family, even though it doesn't, you know, feel like a holiday movie, it kind of does mesh well with the holiday
season thing, where it's like, let's go watch a family get messed up, but it'll be fun still.
And I think this time of year is the Jamie Lee Curtis time of year.
Yeah.
We got Halloween last year. This November, we're getting her in here. Next year, we'll get her in Halloween
Kills.
2, and then we'll get her in Halloween 3. Yeah. I mean, no, next year will be Halloween 3,
Kills,
and then Halloween 4.
Yeah.
Technically,
whichever numbers
wrong. Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Technically, it's like number 12 in the actual chronology.
Excluding, you know, Last Jedi, because it's Star Wars. I would say that as a Rian Johnson film, this looks to be his most colorful. Like every frame of this movie, such a striking palette.
Well, such design.
It seems like such a composed film all around. I'm just so excited to see what he does. This looks like the most fun he's having with directing too, because Brick is a murder mystery film. It's not exactly like funny, you know, like it's entertaining.
It's got rhythm, but yeah,
it's more of it's a dark noir, you know. And while I'm sure there'll be a lot of darkness to be had in this film, it seems to be like his most upbeat. Even with the kind of, I love the string music that you were hearing in this trailer, old school operatic cinematic type of sounds, and that really just adds to the whole suspense of it all. And we got teases of a little bit of potential, I don't know if we call them action sequences.
Gonna be some
car chase.
There's gonna be some intrigue, some fighting. You know, this definitely looks like it has a strong element of dark comedy, and there will be at least a couple of because also I think part of the fun of whodunit like this is seeing the mysterious, obscured killer taking people out and stuff like that. And then, you know, I gotta imagine the family's gonna get more and more frenzied as the mystery unravels. And then, you know, these present a good potential for action, I think.
And as much as I think Chris 7 is going to be the standout. It seems like from the limited amount of times he's in these trailers that he probably dies pretty early.
I would imagine. Yeah. Or maybe disappears for a long time and then comes back under mysterious circumstances.
All right, guys. Well, are you excited for Knives Out? I'm going to be watching this opening weekend. Who do you think will be the standout performer? Comment below. You guys can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. You can check us on Patreon where we do weekly Q&As, TV show reactions, stream-alongs. Several of those shows have reaction highlights included. He does music video coverage weekly. I'd like to end this video with a Patron of the Day shout-out to a man named Jake Stewart. Jake, I know you had a really great birthday recently. I know we've done this before, but I'm gonna expand upon this shout out. Your name, Jake, means God is gracious, which from my understanding, that's your name meaning too.
Your name is derived from my name.
Your last name, Stewart, can mean guardian or warden, which means that people that are being punished for a crime they've committed, you are gonna wrongfully mistreat them for such a long time, because that is the job of a warden. You are the most hated man amongst the most hated people.
But God has chosen you to bestow justice upon the people. And you know, if God said so, it can't be wrong, right? All you gotta do is tell him you got God on your side and you're pretty much justified to do anything. So keep that in mind, Jake.
Because when your career is not going where you want to go, you're going to end up a warden. Because who really wants to grow up to become a warden? Clearly, God has a plan for you. And that is to look after criminals.
Knives Out.
It's like your 10th shout out. Sorry.